the most is what's next, or what are we capable of doing. And a lot of discussion with OYA, our administration, our field, our facility, is having young people transition out. And, that's one of the areas that a lot of people, it's one thing to have the internet access when they're in the facility, but having them leave with a Chromebook or with a laptop or being in the community with a device. And as we all know, most of the services that young people and adults need to link with for, whether it's housing, employment, they need the internet. And I just want to open this up for discussion. It's, I know, do we have some field staff here today? I know we had some folks thinking of coming. Maybe they didn't make it. But I just wanted to open that discussion up with the thoughts of what it would be looking like if we were to have transition with technology. So I'm not throwing any homework out there, but anybody want to add to that about the future state of having young people leave with technology? Any thoughts about that?
When we look and think about the ecosystem, imagine emancipated youth. Imagine any individual moving forward in their life. In fact, we even applied it to veterans. How beneficial would it be for everybody to, when we look at a future state, et cetera, to have their information, their documentation, their life's medical records or other things? It's so interesting when we look across the ecosystem, when we see these challenges, whether it be veterans getting their benefits or trying to unravel the psychotropic medication challenges that these children are faced with. The idea of having a place where they themselves can find their information, their history, their data, their forms, their files, etc. The future has to be holistic across an ecosystem and say we can empower these individuals with the information they need to either return to society and or to have a need to rapidly seek employment, medical care, whatever the case may be. And there's, as you all know, there's many scenarios. So I think a future state has to be, again, we look not just at this particular piece, but we're cognizant of the broader ecosystem and what benefit and value may come from leveraging this type of technology and or opportunity in new ways. No question. No question. You just said those things that are so right and so important and we know to be true. And so what we need to do is we need to make that happen. Regardless of what the device is, Chromebook's a great example, as you say, of inexpensive, et cetera. But it's, if we focus on the North Star, we focus on the individual and their needs. And I would propose that we could probably, through some analytics, come up with some math that said a $300 device in the hands of this individual is worth so much to society. So the math, I know sometimes that's important, don't get me wrong. But we know, do we not know, the importance of this individual returning to society and or graduating and becoming an adult, having access and their history. And something as right and straightforward as the veterans, you know, why should, as my dad did, my brother, as they both retired from the, carry around boxes of paperwork anymore when it's absolutely not necessary? And becomes a part of this paper process that takes 9 months to get an x-ray or to validate that they're, anyway, don't get me started on, but you just said the right, I mean, we know. So what we need to do is we need to figure out how to make that happen. And a small, again, this moonshot kind of idea of if we were to start on a clean canvas and figure out how to make that happen, we would make it happen. And that's what we need to do, and that's what's taking place. We purposefully and passionately fix this stuff. It's fixable now. It's not a technology challenge anymore. The due diligence aside, which is very important, I'm not underestimating that. It's not a technology challenge. Frankly, I don't think it's a monetary problem either. I think it's a leadership challenge and opportunity to fix this because it's what's right. Bottom line, I mean, sometimes you just look at the bottom line. We know it's right. And so now we need to send these individuals out. And there's many programs and the community colleges are involved and interested we can figure out a way to make this happen.